Happy Friday. It's time for our voiceover only income numbers that we do every single week. If you're new to this channel, I'm Hudson Barsness. I'm a full-time voiceover artist. I've been in the voiceover business for 5 years and some change now. I'm in my sixth year. And that's Todd Barsness, my dad. He's been in voiceover for over 16 years, and he's a
Tomorrow is my
full-time voiceover.
17th year. Tomorrow starts my 17th
Starts your
year.
17th. Wow, that's right,
Yep.
August.
hmm
Um, we just do our numbers every single week, how much we make in voiceover, because we think that's important. Nobody else in the industry does it that way. So that's why we do these videos. We've been doing them for over 4 years now. Back when I was trying to make $500 a week, and Dad was trying to make over $6,000 a week. He was making over $300,000 in voiceover. And basically, the reason we started doing these videos was to see if we could recreate that kind of success, maybe on a smaller scale with me, to see if the tried and true principles that Dad has gone gone with his whole career could work with mine. And right now, I'm sitting at $95,000 this year. My goal is 110. A little background: last year I made 90. The year before that I made 80. The year before that I made like 35, 27, and then 11. So I've been slowly moving up. Guess you could say maybe that's a little bit quicker than slowly, but for the folks who have been here, sorry for reiterating that every single time. I think it's just somewhat important to talk about that so we don't leave anybody behind. Um, any thoughts before we jump in? I don't.
Well, I know you say that regularly,
Mhm.
Hudson, about, people that join us regularly, they get to hear that
Yeah.
shtick every single time. I just think you need to hear it.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff out there, and to be able to hear somebody talk about their business. Your first year, according to NAVA, this last year and almost the last 3 years,
Hmm.
almost 50% of the people make $10,000 or less per year. That's not a healthy industry, in my humble opinion. I know there are people doing it part time. I know there are people just starting out. I know there are
Hmm.
people that maybe have skill level and stuff, but that shouldn't be the norm. And here you are, your first year, you made 11 grand. So you
Hmm.
you
And
already
I
were almost in
wasn't,
the top
yeah.
50%. Yeah. And
And I
then the
wasn't
next year,
aggressive or, yeah.
no, the next year you were 27 and then 35 or 37, I can't remember, and then
Something like that.
up
Yep.
to 80, 90, and now 95,000. This is the way it should be. That's why that message, you can say it every single time, and you won't, it doesn't bore me.
Hmm.
I hear it all the time. It doesn't bore me. And it's not just
Hmm.
because you're my son, it's because I think the industry could be more like this. That's why.
Yeah. Sounds good. I don't think I have anything else to say on top of that. We don't do a whole lot of editing. If you look at our videos, we've been in a couple different settings. And with me being busier, trying to build my business, Dad's trying to slow his business down without tanking it. We're just doing less and less editing and stuff like that because I want to make my money in voiceover. We don't make any money off these videos, just so you know, if that was ever a question. Um, yeah,
People are
we don't.
going, they can't make any money off of these, can they? Yeah, you're right.
There's
We
no
don't.
chance. No,
We aren't
and
even close.
no, and we don't really promote these too much or anything like that. We're terrible at that because I want to make my money in voiceover, not through YouTube channels or anything like that. So, anyway, without further ado, I'm trying to make $2,100 a week, which is 110 grand in a year, roughly. And here are my numbers. I'll also let you in on how my month went. That's a little bit different, just to give you a little taste of that. That goes later. Zero warm responses in direct marketing. I had two auditions through direct marketing. I do a bunch of auditions if you're new to this channel. I do a ton of auditions on voice123voices.com, the VO Planet. If I'm slow, ACX for audiobooks through direct marketing. Upwork if somebody asks me to do samples. That's kind of the name of my game for voiceover. Um, so those I didn't just do two auditions this week, just through direct. I did 13 jobs between the platforms that I'm on. How I get my money is through Voice123, direct email marketing, Upwork, voices.com, Fiverr, ACX, the VO Planet, and my agents. Just to give you an idea of how many auditions I did last year, I did over 7,000 auditions. Um, some people say you can't do it that way. Some people say that's not smart. Um, I say that that's none of their business to tell me how to run my business. So it works for me. I'm at 95 grand this year and I'm going to keep doing it that way. Um, Voice 123, three jobs, all new clients from Voice 123 this week, a total of 1150 on that platform. Direct email marketing, I had 3 jobs. I can't remember if they were recurring or not off the top of my head. I know one was for sure. A total of 525. Upwork, I had 6 jobs, a couple new ones and a couple recurring. Can't remember exactly. A total of 571.72 on that platform. Nothing on voices.com, nothing on ACX, nothing on the VO Planet, and nothing from my agent. But I did have a $15 Fiverr job from a recurring client. My voiceover alone income for this week was $2,258.72. 2258.72 hit my goal. Yep. Next week, I already have a bunch of work lined up. I am the voice of Napa Auto Parts, and I have a session on Monday with them. I also have a session on Friday of next week for a $1,000 job. It's a longer form thing. It's a session. Interested to see how that goes. I should be getting a new client job from Voice123 for $200 or something like that. I also have a recurring direct marketing client that's going to send me some more work on Monday. So looking pretty good for next week already. My total with editing from Dad, Dad does some voiceover work for a client that I've done editing for and have also worked for with voiceover, and I get paid $20 an hour for that. So 2 hours of editing this week. Total $2,298.72. Hopefully someday I'll get rid of that editing and it won't be a part of my income, even though it's not. It was something I did when Dad was really busy to try to give me some more work to do and stuff like that and make some money, and it helped him out. So that's why it's there. Can I quickly go through I was going to share my July income numbers. We don't usually do that with this group, but I thought I'd just give them an idea of what I made.
Do it because,
Okay.
I mean,
Do it.
seriously, I have been probably in the last 10 years, I average every once in a while, I'll have a lower income month and a higher income month, but I have always been between 15,000 and 30,000. Usually,
Sure.
typically between 22 and 26,000 for those years that I was making 300 grand. I'd have
Yeah.
some that were way outlandish. One time I had $38,000 in a month, just different things like that. But every once in a while, I'll have a low month. It typically is right around the first of the year, either December or January, around 15,000 or a little less. Well, this month, for the first time, Hudson has beaten me, 10, 12 times over the last year, especially weekly, but he's never beaten me monthly, which is a tougher thing to do. But this month he did and beat me by a couple of grand almost. So yeah,
Yeah.
please do. It's something to celebrate.
All right. Yeah. Something new. We don't typically do this for this group. So buckle up. It won't be really that crazy. So through Voice123, I'm on the elite level for that. I'm on the $5,000 level. I started in, I think, April of 2023 on the platform. So I haven't been on there for very long. $8,675 through Voice123 in July. Direct marketing, $4,423.25, $4,423.25 through direct. Upwork, $1,161.22, $1,161.22. Voices.com, $720, and Fiverr, $16. Nothing from the VO Planet ACX, my agents this month. My total was $14,995.47. Also, another thing that I'll share with you, since there are a lot of people that are gurus on Voice123, Voice123 this year, I'm over $36,000 made on that platform alone. So I did 4,000 auditions on there. I'm a numbers guy, and so there are people that say you shouldn't do that. You should be careful. It's going to ruin your thing. I'm in the top 10%. I'm on the elite level, and that's not to brag. Some people, and I'm sure that maybe works for some of those people, but they don't share their numbers. So there's some numbers to be able to, put your finger on. So there you have it.
Well, you said something, I think it was in this group, or maybe it was our private group that we run. You said what I've always said. Your business, talking to other people out there, your business is your business. It's none of my business. But the thing is you give your numbers and other people don't give their numbers. And so, in all honesty, if I were going to go to a guru for Voice123, I would go to Hudson. because he gives his numbers, and they're good numbers. They're very good numbers. Are there people that make more on Voice 123? My guess would be there
Than me,
are.
yeah,
And there might
certainly.
be some of these
Yeah.
folks that call themselves experts and give out advice and charge for coaching. The problem is they don't give their numbers. So,
Mhm.
what if they make $10,000? Well, I'd rather go to somebody that makes $36,000. And by the way, for generally speaking, that mindset is opposite of what most gurus give. That's the point. That's your point is here's my numbers. I do it the opposite. Now, you can keep doing it that way if you want. That's fine. People can do whatever they want to do, and it might be
Mhm.
successful. And there are certain people with certain accents and maybe some things like that that maybe they just say, no, I can't do that
Certainly.
many
Yep,
numbers.
certainly.
Fine, 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 fine. But generally speaking, it's this advice: only do a certain number. Don't mess with the algorithm. If you do too many, you're going to kill yourself. Well, that's not Ben Hudson's. And you might say, well, he's an anomaly. Okay. Point is you made $36,000 already on one platform. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I guess he's mad now. He's turning
No, no,
around.
I was I was looking at my goal for the year of 2026. I put down goals for each platform I'd like
Yeah.
to make,
Yeah.
and I've already surpassed my Voice 123 goal of $30,000 made on the
Nice.
platform. So that's
Nice.
that's
Nice.
that just popped into my head.
Yeah.
So
For my VO only income this week, Voice 123 zero. Voices.com one small job for $120. Upwork zero. Fiverr at $1,190.40 and direct all recurring clients $2,310. One of these days, I will come out publicly and tell you exactly what I've made in direct email marketing. Maybe when I get to those milestones toward the end of the year, I'm trying to make $188,000 this year. If I get that, then I've already made over $2 million in direct email marketing income, but I'll maybe give a more specific number or close to it toward that time. So my total, I'm trying to make 3,500 as I slow down per week, $3,620.40.
both of us,
$3,620.40. Yeah, we both got our
just by
our
like $100 too.
yeah,
Yeah.
not by much. And then I have one, two, three, four, five jobs that I've already booked. We do our numbers right around the noon time or 1 o'clock here, Central Time. So we tally them up on Friday afternoon, and then we go from Friday afternoon to the next Friday afternoon.
Yep.
And for next week, I already have a few $100 plus.
Nice.
I have a couple of political ads that I was paid a session fee this last week, but the usage will be coming out when and if
Nice.
it airs and what it's for. So I'll let you know what that is. That'll be next week.
Sounds good. Thanks for joining us. To the folks that watch these every single week, we appreciate you guys. If you know somebody in the voiceover world that maybe would benefit from these videos, feel free to share it with them. Maybe they would like a little bit more transparent view of things, and maybe just kind of a no nonsense, not a lot of frills kind of videos and stuff like that. And if you don't think they'll like it, then don't share it with them because that'd be a waste of their time and your time. So
Yep.
we will see you guys next week, no matter what. Have a good weekend. Take care.